Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're ready for a day of pretty big action. Who got in on some of the squeeze stocks yesterday? We talked about AMC. We talked about GME. You know, I was keen, especially on that AMC. I've got to say, good work, apes. But there's more work to be done there, yeah? Look, it's good to see some squeezes coming back. Obviously, a lot of you guys are happy with it. Please practice correct risk management when thinking about these things, guys. They're very dangerous, as you know. It's pumpy dumpy central. All of a sudden, SPRT is not the most favored thing. Neither is Hood. Go back over all these other stocks. Actually, let me have a look here. I haven't even looked at Clov. Let me bring that up for you guys. Let's see if Clov is actually doing anything anymore. See, dead as a doornail. But as we go through all of these new stocks, they all become squeezes. Hey? Everything's a squeeze. Anyway, I hope you guys are having quite a good day. Let's take a look at a few different stocks here. And first off, we'll start with our market commentary. So anyone that's new, generally the way we do this is, well, firstly, we upvote the stream. So guys, upvote the stream does help us out. But the next thing that we do is want to go through our market commentary, what's happening on the indices today, some key levels for us to look at. Seems like you guys like that feedback. And then we'll take a quick look at gold, dollar index, and then we'll get stuck into some stocks, some cryptocurrencies, and everything else. We'll start off here with the US 500. So I've got the old Bollingers out today. So we have daily, this is the futures market. And you can see here we have a long leg doji. We've got the resistance, we've got the support, we've got the futures market candle. Now, the futures market candle is not necessarily the candle we want to go off. However, it does show us a very key critical resistance line. We're going to put that in there. 50, 45, 50, clearly a resistance that needs to be taken into consideration today. If we move over to the SPX then, so we can actually get the real market, what you'll notice here is when we go into the 15-minute chart, you'll notice a couple key levels. One of them we talked a little bit about yesterday, right there, 45.20. Stuff the 18 and lower, 45.20, somewhere around this level here is where the buy demand is currently. The next level, 4,500, only 20 points behind it. We've got the real kind of nice level. This level here, previous resistance, acting as support. Of course, today, all eyes will be around that 45.50, I believe. That's going to be the key level. Move over to US 100. Now, I'll actually go QQQ here and I'll go to the daily. So this is interesting. We're at our resistance, as we know. This could be the beginning of a hanging man candle if the market does weaken. Where's our resistance? We're going to open above this. Hanging man candle generally doesn't see a new high formed over the next session. Usually it's a weakness style candle. So this is the hanging man. I like to see hanging man when they go outside. Let's say it gaps up and it does this. So if you have a candle like this, and then you have a bearish candle like that, the next day is high probability short. Okay, so hanging man like this, very high probability short over the next couple of sessions. This is the type of one that you really want to find. This is just, it's good only because it's at one point, and that is outside of the daily Bollinger. So we are outside. We're pushing these Bollingers, guys. We don't often bring the Bollinger into discussion because it's not often outside of the daily Bollinger. But usually the market creeps in. See how it creeps with the Bollinger as it expands? We're currently outside of it. We've been outside of it before. We did some sideways action. We've been outside of it before. We did some sideways action as everything else caught up. Daily Bollinger can be ripped, so it's not good enough. But if we get the hanging man, if we get the sell-off and the Bollinger's out, of course, then we expect that little bit of a further pullback. 375 on the QQQ, the key support line. On the Nasdaq, that's going to correlate into 15,400 if that was to occur. All right, so 15.4, 15.2 key levels here for the market if bad things are going to happen. Resistance, you're looking at like a 15, we'll call it 7 break. 15,680 for people that are crazy. 15,680. You can see here, long leg doji. We're looking for that resistance to be hit and slammed. Obviously, that is a futures level, but these are the things that we're thinking about. So we've got our key levels. We're pulling them from both the futures market and, of course, the real markets. We have an idea the hanging man could be there, but it hasn't completed. you haven't seen that follow through action, will today be the day? As we always like to ask the community, what do you guys think? Easy to say bullish here today. Bullish or bearish? What are you right now? Let me know in the chat right now. SW says hits Bollinger Edge and then reverts to the mean. That's right. The mean is what moving average, guys? It's the 20 moving average. Why do we love the 20 EMA? Because the mean reversion is the 20. A lot of indicators that you actually use moving averages as their base. You may not know that, but they do. MACD. Moving averages, of course. So when you're thinking about moving averages, why do they work so well? Well, specifically the 20 works well for many reasons. I like to think of it as also the calendar days in a month. You know, we're psychological creatures. We think about things 1 month, 1 quarter. How much did I make this month? How much did I make this quarter? How much did I make this year? Think about it. Rotations occur per calendar month as well. The 20 is good for that reason. Abyss says bullish as a bull. And then Pavel says, I'm bullish on certain stocks and bearish on indices. Interesting. Falcon 509 says sideways action. Sideways action. Then we've got Lancer going bullish. And then Time to Learn says bearish except for GME. And then Adrian Lim says the sentiment today is still indecisive, waiting for the bear in the snow. Yes, well, there's no bear currently in these markets early here in the session. Obviously, fake market futures and all, but we are pushing to those resistances coming into the start of the market. We know the resistances, 45, 50-ish on the US 500 again. And I think for the NAS, you're looking even higher, maybe like a 15,680. Yes, I said it, probably around there is the key resistance if it is going to crack through. Let's keep moving through a couple of other markets. We've got IWM, the Russell 2000 here, 227 key resistance, 227.30. See how it's right there ahead of the market open, 227.30, 227.30. Makes sense. We have the support, which is at 224.50 if you like buying the Russell. I've explained several times why I don't like buying the Russell right now and why I think this is more of a crediting kind of stock or crediting index in this case, but it is a good level to be watching it. Move over to the dollar index quickly here. We can see that weakness coming through off the 92.80. What a key zone, guys. We had in today's video, we talked about the 92.80, the 20 moving average, and now we're putting pressure back down onto the downside. This doesn't look good for dollar index, but imagine if by the end of the session it does that. Fully reverts again. Wow. I'm watching it like a hawk. Obviously, currency trading has been some of the best trading over the last couple of sessions. I can definitely say that currency trading has been good. This is a good thing for gold as well. It's starting to push up here to the 1820 mark. So we have a look here, 1820 mark. You'll notice the resistance here, the resistance here. It's pushing. Next stop, 1830 if that happens as we speak. If you're using TradingView, use currency.coms. It cleans it up a lot, though, and the data is no good for the futures. Don't know why it's so bad, but it really is bad. They need to fix that. And then the silver trade trying to come through. Key watch zone for you guys there. Right there, 24.20 key zone. HJ Cal says, why does the market never go down? Look, markets can go on epic bull runs. I think you've got to remember that it is actually statistically rare that the SP 500 hasn't pulled back yet. Remember, it's only happened without a 5% pullback on an extended run, I think 7 times in history. And some of those have been very long. One of them went for 420 or 30 days of bullish strength without a 5% pullback. But we are now in illustrious and literally rare times where the market has gone over 200 days bullish with no 5% pullback or bigger. Why does it go up? Look, I think a lot of this is the potential for a really long-term bubble. I mean, people forget how big markets can go. I mean, Shanghai Composite really shows me the way. If you want to think about today being a bubble, or you think that this market's in a bubble, believe me when I say you ain't seen nothing yet to what markets can do. If you want to see a real market going wild, that's a market gone wild, guys. And it's not like it didn't do it before. That's a market gone wild, guys. Look at this one. 05 1,100. Okay. All the way up to 6,000 in very short period of time. Some sell-offs, but overall incredibly bullish. And then when it busted, it was brutal. This shows that actually the US market, when we compare it back, let's just bring it back here and bring this SPX over. That may seem pretty big, but this is still not even on those levels. It's bigger monetarily. However, it is actually not as epic as some of those markets were. They were crazy. Even the ASX 200 here in Australia, a lot of traders don't realize what happened back in the day. There's the 04 run, 3,300 all the way up to 7K in only 2 years. So these big bull busts can happen, and they do, and they tend to happen time and time again. So that's one of the things that does happen there, unfortunately. Ulrich Nielsen, DKK $50. If you look at SPY for the past many months, we've peaked around the 14th. Yep, we've talked about this on the channel. Don't worry, it'll be coming in tomorrow's video as well. We've peaked around the 14th of each month and reversed around the 19th each month. That is absolutely correct. So we discussed this last month. It did the exact same thing. If we go into the daily, we'll have a look here. Absolutely. Here is the 16th, 14th kind of area we peak. We drop down to the 19th. We peak around the 14th. We drop down to around the 19th. We peak around the 14th. We drop down to around the 18th. And then here we peaked a little bit early. And then we went to the 14th and we dropped to around the 19th. So yes, has it been consistent? Yes. Has it actually gone to the exact same level every time? Yes. The 50 exponential moving average. Is that something that's going to continue? Who knows? I mean, yeah, it's very, very likely that some style of that's going to happen this month. So whether it's going to be the 14th, whether it's going to be slightly before that or after that, we don't know. It's been very consistent, but I'd say this is the month that if you're going to do something weird, it's probably going to be September or October. These are the 2 months that make the most sense to do that. Ulrich, thank you very much for bringing it up. I'm sure that came as a lot of value to many people there. Saying Freudian says, trying my first VIX trade given it's so low at the moment. Yeah, let's move over to the VIX. So this is the volatility index. Obviously, we like it down here in the 16s. We think between the 15 and the 16 from a technical perspective is strong buying for the VIX, though VIX is very scary to purchase. As we know, it has monstrous costs involved in it. Just look at any VIX ETF, VIX Bull ETF. The reason why we like it down here is we talked about really finding strategies from the past, from the GFC, and they tend to be working quite well right now. And one of those is what happened in the years after that really big pandemic, or in this case, GFC, global financial crash. And when we came back down, we ended up finding a lot of support on the VIX at around that 16 level, 15 to 16. Then a few years after that, we reverted back to the 10s and the 12s on the VIX. So when it's down in this zone, especially this 16, 15 area, I tend to believe the VIX has that chance of doing something crazy and giving those percentages back. Yes. Wasn't there a dip in March? That's not over 200 days ago. So if we go back over to the SPX and you have a look at the Feb dip, I'm just getting the stats off another thing. Let's have a look here. So that one was about 5.72 and that went to 22nd. No, first. Went to the 1st of March. So how many days is it from there to there? I mean, this is a stat I took off another person, so I hope it's right. But yeah, you can work that out for me and give me the days. Was it 30, 60? I assume they would be correct there. Anyway. All right. Let's have a look here at the other questions we've got coming in. We've got a few coming in about AMD. We've got a few coming in about buying cannabis. I'm not sure why we're doing that right now. Let's have a look at Tilray. I haven't looked at Tilray in a while. Mid-Feb was the top before the dip, 136 days. Maybe it topped from bottom. It wasn't quite over 5%. Maybe that's what they're getting at. If you actually took the market, obviously I just used the measuring tool. I'm literally taking that stat from something else, but I would hope that the stat was correct. All right, let's have a look here at Tilray. This is something that people are bringing up for valid reasons. Obviously, Tilray and other marijuana style stocks tend to have that potential boom when all the other squeezes are going. This is on its base, 1262. It's so much lower than it was. I remember the day it got up here, guys. Wow. Remember when it got to 66.50? That was crazy. But yeah, it's basing. I mean, if you like these types of stocks, this is the right time to be getting interested in them. You've got your trough, you've got your peak, you've got your higher trough, and then you've got your higher peak breakout. FX Worldwide says Tilray caught a bid yesterday. Yes, got some buying there. 4.27 up 0.95 today. Looking for a closure above $14-ish. Interesting. Kevin N says the dope stocks look like they might be turning. I tend to agree. This is right on the base. This is exactly where you want it to start breaking through. Let's have a look at another one. Do I dare bring up my most... What was that stupid stock that I hate so much? I've forgotten its name. I eliminated it. I know, guys in the chat, let me know. What was it? By the way, thank you very much. 880 people joining us here early in the morning. Great to have you here. Damn it. What the hell was that thing called? I know it's worth like $1. Oh, I don't like it so much. And I've forgotten it. It used to be worth like $1. Sundial. Thank you very much, Mushroom Cap and Lim. Oh, yeah, I don't like Sundial. Let's have a look at Sundial. It's NDL. That's the one. Yeah, very similar. Very similar style setup. Sundial coming off the base of 69. Currently worth well under where it was. Looking for a break of 79. Currently pre-market 77.80. Oh, they're all close. I mean, I think they're all pumpy dumpy style stocks, but they are all close. And I feel like they are making some sense. Not without their own risks. Want this thing above 78.90. So it's worth watching. We'll put SNDL and a few others back in there. Bring them back into the speculatives. HYFM looks similar. Let's have a look. Hydro Farm Holdings. Yes, similar style opportunities. Skills is another one that's been going pretty strong. I noticed that had a really big ramp off it this morning. This is beaten down heavily stock. Trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak yesterday. Anyone that took that into the close has got big brain. I think it's worth the risk. And you've obviously got a 1360 payoff here early. Next stop, probably 14. And we'll find some resistance selling, I would say, around this area. You can see previous supports. So you probably expect it to open strong, come back down, hopefully 1270. And then that would be an area that some people will be looking at. Key technical zone for sure. 1270 is a interesting zone. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mushroom Cap says that's your fave. Yeah, I forgot about that's how much it's my fave. People have been mentioning SPCE. Is that going again? Let's have a look at SPCE. 8.96%. Another trough peak, higher peak situation. I mentioned it the other day as I thought there was potential here. It's currently 1.37 up. You can't say I didn't bring it back up again. I bought this hideous. I hate this stock like I hate Sundial. I think it is a pumpy dumpy. I think space is too early. I've talked about it before. A lot of people downvote me for it, but you know what? I've got to have some opinion, yeah? From a technical perspective, you're looking at 29.80 on this. And then if it blasts through that, well, you know space can have some serious pumpy dumpies. Interesting. All of these are interesting. But the more of these that go, the more split the community gets, the more split the money gets, and the less likely things will be successful. I specifically liked AMC over the last 2 days of trade. I think that if it gets past 48, then it could really blast through to 52, 55. That's going to be a key zone, or 52 kind of flat, 52.50. GME is similar. If it blasts through, it kind of already is. I feel like this is already starting to go. In many ways, this is undervalued compared to the AMC position. Undervalued. From the technical perspective also, there are some big gains if it does heavily run. 282, and then, of course, the 350 being the next zone. Wonder if it'll happen. What do you guys think? Do you reckon these will go today? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Now, I want to say thank you also to some of the super chatters yesterday. How about this one here, UEC? I know it's maybe not as exciting as the others for you guys, but that was a great trade. I really enjoyed that one. And I really enjoyed that initial boom that came through and the follow through that happened as well. Great trade, great setup. Still more in it. It's a interesting one. I don't really know much about the company. It's only worth $560 million, but it was a very nice setup, wasn't it? Look at this. Beautiful supports. Switch to the MACD positive as well on the daily time frame. Always a good extra bit of indicator if you've got it there. And then it busts through with that initial bullishness, comes back down, retests, and then booms off. Nice. People wanting to buy ZM. Let's have a look at ZM. Is it dead cat bounce or is it something else? Zoom pretty close to where we wanted it to go to. Still had further weakness. 289, now 292. It never ceases to amaze me how many people like buying the dip with usually an option or something, and they think it's all going back here in a day's time. They get conditioned into that idea. Look, Zoom's been weakening coming into this. I've got no doubt that that's coming through to a support level. It might even be round here if you like this stock enough. But the 280 level is really where that bigger support is. If you like it here, maybe you could scale. I don't know what you're wanting to do. There is potential. Maybe it's an overreaction. I didn't look at the numbers. What exactly happened? Did anyone read the report? I don't like the stock, so I'm not going to read the report. It's a waste of my time. But yeah, did anyone have a look at it? I assume they either didn't grow at the pace or there was some form of loss or just probably didn't grow at the pace. What happened? Bad earnings. Bad earnings full in Japan. Jimmy Biera says, my Amazon 3400 calls bought at $750, currently at $92. Congratulations, man. I assume you bought them pretty short. 3,400. So you must have bought them somewhere down here at the resistance into the open. It is today your day, man. Resistance, support, resistance. What's your plan? What's your plan there, Jimmy? Good luck. Good luck. Susan Burns says, I buy AMC and AQST because I lost everything in 2008. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that, Susan. You buy everything in AMC? Ooh. Well, I hope you've got a plan. That's the big thing. Make sure you got a plan there. Ray Lim says, Kathy just bought more ZM. Yeah, Kathy's track record recently, at least in the short term, hasn't been the best, though, as you know. If you're trading off her at the moment, if you're investing with her, that's fine. But never forget some of these other stocks that have happened. We've got a Cash Chopra, $5. Morning, Tom. Good morning, Akash. Great to have you here. Whatever you can cover from these, my goodness, there's a lot here. Skills, we've done that one. Plan, PVH, AMBA, and FU. No, FCUV. All right, let's have a look here. Plan. What is this? We'll do them quick, man. We'll do them quick. Plan 69.50 must be some kind of squeezy thing. Look for it to pull back 65. If it's earnings, it's earnings. Okay, it's earnings. There we are. I would like that to pull back to 65. Maybe even, I don't know if it'll fill gap, but that's very nice. Next targets would be around $75, man. $75. And then after that, 86. It's It's coming out of a very good resistance. I would think that it comes back and retests that. Let's have a look at PBH. This one up in today's market, opening at 9.74%. Another earnings play in apparel footwear. I don't like this chart as much. Very difficult to read. So we'll skip that one. AMBA. 113, another stock that's coming off earnings. Broken past resistance, looking for pullback back down to that level. Great resistance breakout if it does hold. So imagine if it goes boom, boom, boom. 113, probably difficult to buy off that. But if it does pull back, you've got clear resistance levels here at the AMBA. The AMBA. Sounds like YMCA. Focused Universal. Disgusting. This must be worth nothing. Yeah, 208 million. Don't TA this. It's up. Like, you can't TA that, man. On the TSX, it's too little data. No point. Waste of time, unfortunately. But thank you very much. Tap says, power out. Western suburbs in Melbourne. Did someone cut the cord? Did they? They finally lost their mind and cut the cord after being locked down for a while here. We've got Monica Nakamura, $5. MRK, please. UOA. Wow, there's some interesting ones coming in here. Screener in. FX Evolution Trading Room. Flag this old school drug security. All right, let's have a look here. UOA. Development. No. UOA. UOA? A REIT? Not sure if it's that one, Monica. I'll do MRK for you. Pharmaceutical old school company. Let's go to the daily. Resistance. It's around here. Let's have a look at the weekly again. I like this resistance breakout if it occurs. I don't mind that. There is a bit of a kind of trend line, I guess, that's come through here. Go back to the 4 hour. Yeah, the trend line's pretty nice. So you've got a series of higher kind of lows coming through there. This is a key zone to be looking for lightning bolts, if you like that sort of thing, and then movement up. I don't mind it. It's okay. Earnings in 58 days, so quite a while away. Ray Lim says, Tom, can you have a look at SE? Yeah, I can, but the problem with SE is you probably shouldn't be technically trading it much. I mean, you could just follow the trend, but it's very aggressive stock, very good stock. I mean, we talked about buying it around this level. I like the stock, but if you're in it, you're holding it, and you're just counting the cash each day, man. But I don't know where it exactly goes. I mean, that's my target, 380. That's all I've got, Ray. I love the stock. Drinking fresh juice says like button, please. Thank you very much. Drink fresh juice. Appreciate it. Silverliner says, Tom, how's the trucker strike affecting Australia? Don't see it, Silverliner. I think the thing is, and this is probably something that I'm getting a lot of messages about, is let me go into a rant. Let me go into a rant here. Now, I want everybody to really listen to this. If you want to be a trader, don't give a crap about anyone's opinions on fundamentals. Okay? Do not care. If the price action goes above and the trend line's out of control and it's going to the moon, follow the price action. Who cares? Is it overvalued? I don't know. Who cares? You don't care. You don't care. You have your stop loss. You have your take profit. You have your risk management techniques and you stick to them. But what the newspaper says, what I say, what anyone else says, what YouTubers say, it doesn't matter. Follow the price action. Learn the educational concepts we teach here. Do our course if you want to. Come into our community if you want to. 7-day free trial. However, if you don't want to, at least learn how to read it, do it for yourself, and then ignore everyone else's opinion and follow the price action. All right? There we go. because I don't even know. Like, I heard about the trucker strike, but it's like, it's not so much that news, but you know what I mean. Like, there's all this crap that's thrown at us all the time. This, that, this, everything's excuse. You could find 500 reasons for being a bear in the market. 500 reasons. And you could say to somebody, I'm a bear for all these reasons. And then they just said, and then the bull comes back to you and they said, Papa Pow, bro. Papa Pow. Printing press. And that's their only argument. And you know who's going to be right? The printing press guy. I've shown you with Shanghai Comp today how insane things can get. Unfortunately, markets are biased towards the long. What I like to do is I chill during times of year that I believe there could be pullbacks, and I might leave some cash back for dollar cost averaging, and you trade the price action. You move to the scalping. You move to the day trading if you're not feeling comfortable. But ultimately, it's all about that risk management. Very good, guys. Matthias Richard says, I find sell good news, buy bad news. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thomas Quinn says, after that lovely rant, should I sell US 30? Come on, man. Come on, man, Thomas. Let's have a look at the Dow for you. My goodness. Dustin also coming in with a super chat here. We'll read that in a second. The Dow is actually the weakest of the market indices. You can really see it. Again, futures, long leg doji. But look, have you got a great resistance? Look at the resistance. 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance, 4. 5 resistance, 6 resistance, 7 resistance, more. You know, how many are we going to get? A lot of big resistance around this 35, 490, 500 area. We close above. Yeah, there might only be a scalp here, but there is certainly some potential for the long. And if you keep resisting off it, then you know where your kind of sell-off zone is. But to sell here, I mean, you're not seeing a reason. It just keeps pressuring it. And you got a long leg indecision candle. I mean, that's really all you have. Dustin Sally, $5 high. Check ARLO, please. Certainly will. Thank you very much. Also, 1,000 or 1,100 people joining us this morning. Make sure to upvote, guys. Does help us out. Subscribe if you do enjoy the channel. Does help us out. I know quite a few people search FX Evolution in the Googles and the YouTube. That's cool too. But if you subscribe, you know, I think YouTube sends it to you. I'm not sure. ARLO, what is this? This is an electronic appliance company, consumer durables. About interesting. About 26 minutes off market open. We will be dialing in soon to the market. Market coming off slightly in terms of futures as well. It's got a good base. 550 has been good base. And I know you might say, well, Tom, it's 620 now. What do I care about down here? It's important. It's important to know the base. Here's a nice base. Daily. Okay. 4 hour. Little miniature double bottom over here, probably on a 1 hour time frame. Oh, so much weird resistance areas here. You got a little resistance at 640. I mean, this is not my favorite trade. I wouldn't trade that, but if you like investing in it, it is showing signs of recovery. Do I like trading that? Not particularly. There's too much kind of noise. I guess I would draw a trend line down through these points. I would say we've done the little base. We've recovered. Volume is minuscule, but it maybe is slightly, it's about the same as it has been. So that's not really notable. If you like investing in this stock, it is on a good level for investment purposes, but I'm not sure I'm convinced that it's a great trade. But thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it. Pavel says, Tom, if PLTR closes above 2750, will it complete reverse head and shoulders? Let's have a look at PLTR. This stock, we called it long the other day. How's it going? We called it long here. It's only up 2.25%. That's still better than the index, but it's a bit crap for PLTR. I would really hope that it was already more bullish and going to 2750 today, 2730. This 2730 is serious resistance. Now you're saying, is there an inverse head and shoulders? So That's pretty big. Let's have a look here, weekly. I don't know if I'd call it inverse head and shoulders. You're basically saying here's left, here's head, here's right. You could. I would just go with, a bit of a channel range, take the whole distance if it moves out, and then look for a key level. I'd probably target something like a 33. This is a serious level though, 2750, 2730, 2750. I've got that in an alert that I've had sitting there for 6 months. It's been sitting for a while, but I'll leave it there. Why not? If you have an alert, you might as well leave it there. One day, bang, all of a sudden I care about PLTR a lot more. I do like the trade earlier this week. I think it's a classic one. I don't particularly like this trading day. That sucked. But the volume yesterday was impressive. Look at that volume, guys. Oh, big volume. Big volume. No worries, Roctopus. We got you, man. We got you. That's big volume. Jan Lupo says, hi, Tom. Check out the lightning bolt on Fubo. All right, we'll have a look at Fubo. Nice. Yeah. Trough. Oh, look at the base that end up forming there, Jan, at 25. Damn. That thing's like an impenetrable wall. Also, slight increase in volume. Trough, peak, higher trough, higher peak. Target 34. Not bad, sir. Not bad. Do we have Fubo in the watch at the moment? I can't remember. We don't. We have Fu2. We'll put Fubo back in there. Let's have a look at how Tencent's doing today. Actually, we'll go into our stocks now. We'll go through all the stocks will be had. But first up, BTC. BTC convoluted at best. Ethereum, nice breakout. People are taking this. Eddie, if you're there, I know you're 10x leverage, you mad cat. And I'm going to say it, Eddie. It's too much leverage, Eddie. Who 10x leverages? All right. 10x on a crypto is insane. Are you insane? I hope he's watching. Eddie's one of my mates, guys. So, yeah, look, it's a good breakout. Obviously, long leg doji, closure above, starts rallying here. Ethereum looking for the next kind of target. What's that going to be? Is it going to be a 3750? Is it going to be somewhere around where it is right now? I'm not sure, but that is a nice breakout. And if we took the little higher lows here, treated it like it is, let's have a look, take the percentage. 2/3 of the way through, you're looking around a 3,700. Well, Gordon Poljak, SEC $100. Thank you very much. I don't know how much that is, but I appreciate it, man. Hedge, I assume it means hi, Tom. Been watching you for some time now. Feel as I am learning a lot, but I've never given anything back. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Could you check KSM? Oh, I love KSM. Kusama. They have a fundamental event throughout September and parachain auctions. I do love me some KSM, so let's go check it out. Crypto coin. Oh, so beautiful, dude. Look at it go. Love this coin, man. Love it. Mwah! Scarcity. Everything has to be built on the dot network through it. I love that. I also, you know what? I actually saw this in effect. So there's a little known coin called the Karura, which is like KSM basically. And obviously this is based on dot, and then that one is based on Akala. Now, when they were running their little auctions for that coin, because it's a big deal, look at the price at which KSM ended up going up to. So this was when, I think this was when they were auctioning. So because people were trying to get in so bad to stake the KSM, look at the price increase. It proved to me one thing, and that was that KSM truly does go up a ton when things are going into auctions and stuff like this. It really ramps because people have to get into it so they can stake. Or whatever, however it works, that the convoluted mess that is all this crypto stuff. But it proved me one thing: people were rampantly buying into it for that. It gave me a lot. I was very impressed with the price action based on that one event. Now, it may not have been that. I believe it was, And again, you're saying there's a September parachain auction here. So that's very cool. Very nice. Yes. Very, very nice. Look, I like the breakout. I do feel like it's probably due to pull back down to this zone, which is around that 350. And then with KSM, you're obviously hoping that the next step for it is to get back into that next range. So you're probably looking at around that 480-ish bracket for the next resistance, looking for 420 to break out initially. So if I was drawing up support resistance, I'd go bang, put the resistance in, and then put like an eventual target in, something like that over the shorter term. I like the coin a lot. Thank you very much for giving back. I appreciate that. Ruby says, wow, what a chart on KSM. Wowza. There's plenty of good charts. Like this actually kind of looks like a week off accumulation down the bottom here. But look, there's plenty of amazing charts in crypto. I mean, at the moment, how's that SOL going? Holy moly. It almost got that full target we set yesterday for it, which was 134. Wow. So 130, that would have been a perfect take profit. That thing's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, yes. Well done, SOL traders. Well done. It's beautiful. Silverliner says, I like KFC. Absolutely. I don't mind KFC either. Depends on the country, though. I ate KFC in Malaysia. Ooh. Oh, no. KFC in Malaysia. Sorry, Malaysians. It smoked me. That was bad stuff. Gave me like hives or something. Malaysian KFC hives. All right, VIX 1% down, currently 16. Oh, sorry, only 1% down now, 1630. That's already picked up for anyone that was trading the futures VIX action. Let's move through our stocks here and keep going. People want me to do LCID, but why? Why is this thing coming back? Oh no, 22% down. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. This is, for lack of a better term, do you want me to tell you what I really think about this? I think it's trash, guys. I'm sorry. It doesn't surprise me it's down here. I don't know why it's down here. I don't know if it'll bounce, but I think it is garbage. Hot, flaming garbage in the can. You put it in the dumpsters, like when you go past in the city and there's smoking in one of those, someone's throwing their cigarettes and the thing is on fire and the fire brigade has to come, but it takes a while. It's still smoldering. That is catching the falling knife. I do not like this stock. I have not liked it in a long time. If you've got puts, celebrate. If you're in it, I'm not sure why, but yeah. Unfortunate. 1560. About 15 would be the psychological dip level, but that's just because usually every round 5 is a key zone. Other than that, no way. Bradley back, $5. Buy yourself a double down at KFC. No way, dude. This streaming stuff and doing these late night markets ain't keeping me healthy. Plus getting me locked in. There ain't no way I'm buying 5 burgers stacked on each one of them. No way. I'll only do that when I come to America, and then I'm going straight to that Chick-fil-A place. Straight to Chick-fil-A. Out of the airport, get into the Uber, take me to Chick-fil-A. He'll be like, do you want to go to the hotel? No, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. That's where I'm going. I heard it's good. I also have mad respect. They don't even open on Sundays, and they won't franchise. I think that's pretty cool. Although, so they won't go on the stock market. That's the one. Chick-fil-A. All right, let's keep going. Square. Let's move through. 269. How many minutes have we got? 15 minutes. We've got a lot of stocks to cover here. Let's do some rapid fire action. By the way, if anyone has the graphics skills to get me Top Gun and get that bit where like a little bit of clip of music so I can make it for an intro to rapid fire, I really appreciate that. I need about 7-second clip. 269 still remains, 275 still remains the key for Square. Let's have a look at PayPal. I like PayPal more than Square now. I know that's sad to say, but it's true. PayPal doing the right things, crypto everywhere, crypto in the UK. It's a crypto fest. That's very nice. Simon Alexander says, check out oil, Tom. It's crashing hard. Simon, I just want to... All right, let me just... How do I zoom in on this? 1.37% down. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. But OPEC, man, it's OPEC day. Never trade oil on OPEC day. OPEC day is bad day. It's terrible. So yes, I still like PayPal. This actually goes in my investment grade since that whole Afterpay thing happened. I might go back to Square, but for now it's PayPal. Why? Because I don't know if Jack Dorsey knows what he's doing. If he does do good stuff, then I'll go back to Square. But I don't have the faith. The breakout was nice. Any pullbacks back down to this zone obviously should be met by buying pressure, you would hope. And I'm actually looking forward to the earnings. I'm really looking forward to the earnings on PayPal. What do you guys think? You looking forward to the earnings? I feel like it could be cool. Could be cool. Let's keep going. Apple, still maintain the same price targets here. If you go to like a 150, should be buying pressure. 152, 55 is in the middle of nowhere land. Amazon coming straight into our resistance here today. Congratulations, people that have been in this. Some really nice trade here. I expect kind of it hits this, sells off, hits 3,400, and that's where buyers can come back in if they want it. 3,400 would be a nice price if it hits and then finds resistance. That would be good. Google continues to do its thing. Snowflake moving up here towards our 320 target. If you like it, you like it. That's a good follow through. So I guess it's looking all right. Enphase didn't follow through here. Still looking for it to get above 178.50 clear. I really want it to do that, and then I'll be interested in it for sure. Microsoft, meh. ARK at resistance. ARK-G still looks fine. Nothing really wrong with that towards the bull side. Beam. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. Get above that 110, 111 area. Come on, Beam. You can do it. That's what we want. Edit. Meh. CRISPR. Meh. Looking for 128 plus. SPLK. Still good, but boomer stock, so it'll take a long time. Remember, inverse head and shoulders is the play here, and it's a massive one, and it takes ages to play out. CRM, the gap fill, just barely. I guess if you like it, it did fill down. Probably not a great momentum trade there. Disney starting to come good. 180 close might be significant. I feel it tough to buy Disney here. QCOM still floating around, trying its best to go up. If it moves through 147.80, might be like some intraday trade there. TDOC. Still hasn't done it. We're still looking at that 146. We'll keep following the stock. Barber starting to put in a bit of base, looking for it to get above 174, put through that base and start going long. Baidu, lightning bolt almost in play here. Trough, peak, high trough, high peak coming through today. These Chinese stocks are starting to show the turnaround that we look for, but not without their own risks. JD at resistance, nothing much. Twilio, yeah, whatever. Nvidia, pretty much whatever. That's too tough there. Pins, still nothing good. Looking for it to break through this resistance line we've got here at the 57. Tan, we won't follow that today. Roku, meh, but we'd love it above 367. 368. That'd be sweet. Keep watching that one. Etsy's on full breakout. If you like it. If you like Amazon, you like Etsy, and you like this time of year for them, they are all on breakout. You can see here Etsy's on pretty good run. We alerted everybody to it around here. It's not bad. It's got a good target, 245. Yeah, it's okay. DKNG continues to hibernate. What is going on here with Airbnb? Let's have a look at the 2 hour. Oh, look at what is this? Hideous long leg doji indecision rubbish in our red zone. Oh, just any close above here. Come on, guys. Airbnb is so bad, and it's got to be because it's an IPO. Intel, great resistance line here, guys. 54.50, looking for a break above. Spot continues to do really well. I like this at the repair. I liked it specifically when it got through here. I still like it. I would prefer it pulls back to the 226, but I think that's a great level for it. Cool stuff. Netflix, bit of a sleeper, still continues its slow movement up. I need to do a stat on Netflix. So I think they've got 206 million, something like that. 206 million subs. I think Disney has 110. How many of you actually out there have Netflix? How many, that's not a good question. I want to ask the question here. How many people, or do you know more people with Netflix than any other streaming service, or people canceling? That's what I want to know. Are people canceling Netflix? I really want to know if people are canceling Netflix or not, because their international growth is good, but their American growth is lackluster. So do you know people canceling Netflix? That's breaking out as we speak on the weekly, on the big time frames there. Could be underappreciated. Unity continues to move up. We're looking for a target of 141. Play, let's have a look at that one. Go to the daily here for Play. Oh, not bad. It's trying its very best to get back above. This is great price action here. Hopefully it does get back above, and then we can move towards that 40, and then 43 bracket. NVAX, still in the holding pattern. Path, no breakout yet. Looking for it above 65. PLTR looks good. Let's hope it goes to 27.30. Futu, nothing yet. PayPal, we talked about that one. Sends, meh, but was a great trade. Very, very appreciative of that one. We can close that off now. No point in being in that. Twitter from Dave yesterday. Very close on the Twitter. That's the key zone you want to get through. 65.20-ish, I guess. UEC, still good. Nothing wrong on UEC. Looks really good base. ONCT, not bad, but not amazing. Roblox, IPO stock. I'm going to get rid of it for now. 700, 10 cent. Oh, 10 cent looks so good once it breaks through. Beautiful channel. What a beautiful channel. Next target would be big too. Zillow, nothing yet. Looking for it to break through 101. Cat, meh. AMC, still looks pretty good. Let's hope it can get above 48.30 today in intraday trade and then move towards the 52. We talked about Sundial, cannabis stocks, all these types of things starting to come through. Big lightning bolt action. You've got obviously trough, peak, high, trough, high, peak. We'll go into the indices, but we do have some super chats first. We've got Penn from URIC Nielsen. I know I didn't get round to them yet. This is the Australian stock. It continues to look really good here, URIC, for you. Almost at that 17 cents. After that, hopefully it keeps ramping. You've been very consistent with holding this one, so I wish you all the best. Nothing's changed here, man. Still exactly as it sat. Old guy says, not canceling Netflix, but thinking about it. Han says, I've got Netflix and chill. Dustin Sally says, I love Netflix. Cancelled Amazon Prime. Wow, that's amazing, Glenn Bear. I'm surprised. I only want Netflix for The Witcher, says Urban. Urban, go buy Netflix right now. Right now, okay? We need more subscribers. Josh Grievers says, nope, and many partnerships with Netflix like T-Mobile. Netflix's content is going downhill, in my opinion. Yes, that's true. Eli Colner says, I cancelled Netflix. It was too stagnant content-wise. Okay. Chupa, you're dodgy. 1, 2, 3 movies. Come on, man. That's doji. A Sane Nun says Disney has the hype at the moment, but Netflix seems to have newer content for the long term. Disney's just like kids stuff though, and then a few Marvel things, and obviously Star Wars. Derek 4 with a million zeros 4. I've been paying for Netflix for 3 months and only watched it twice. Lol. Hi Tom, hope things are well. And Tesla, please, if you can. Certainly can, man. We have to get into Tesla. Is today the day for Tesla? I'm telling you what, it better damn well do something. I mean, when you look at this, even objectively, surely this is the time for Tesla to start running through. You have the beautiful trend line. You've got the new peak, which means the trend line is also still good buying if it does come back down. You've got the little resistances over here that were broken through with the intraday session, which was a great trade. You got the long leg doji with the 740 top. And I just feel like if you crack that 740 top, I mean, surely, I mean, 750 obviously is the target here and then 775, but I like 775. Like, I want this thing to 775. It is the right type of movement. It's not amazing, but it's the right type of movement. But you could also say the right type of movement happened over here, but at least it consolidated and showed you that it wasn't going to go any higher. Over here, we're currently still in that ramping stage. So I hope Tesla goes through. Guys, what do you think? Do you reckon Tesla will go higher today? I hope it does. Scott Morgan says, Tom, we need more straw polls. We certainly will be doing those. Kevin N says, you reminded me I should cancel Netflix. I'll tell them you told me to do it. No, dude. No, Kevin. Come back. Jason D says, but everyone with kids will eventually get Disney Plus. I agree with that. Akash, that's why they were such a good buy. We were really bullish on them last year. We loved them a lot, but they hit 100 million faster than I thought. Akash Chopra, $5. If you could pick only one, what is your highest conviction stock for the short term? 3 to 4 weeks. Oh, that's brutal, man. 3 to 4 weeks. Jesus. Can I pick a crypto? Wow. 3 to 4 weeks. I don't really have a 3 to 4 week action. Something that's beaten. Beam. Why not? God, high conviction though. I usually like, if I think anything's going to turn around, I usually like high conviction kind of turn stocks. Jeez. Intel would be my November pick, actually. I know that seems weird, but Intel, I feel like, has got the chance. Should I go Intel early here? PayPal. There we go. PayPal. I love PayPal. I'm a turncoat. I am a longer term person. I don't look at a stock as an investment side on a 3 to 4 week basis. If you're trading, you're looking, 2 weeks, 1 week, few months. One of the ones I bought in Australia heavily was Rio. I started buying that a little bit here, but I didn't do it traditionally. So I did it with an option strat. So is it a high conviction? Not really. I don't really like enough of these stocks at these prices to be highly convinced. I do like some picks in the future though, like the Intel. I think the Intel could be good. I think the N phase could be good. Anyway, the markets open up and let's have a look at what's happening here. So we've got a 177.42 on N phase. Let's have a look here at what's going on in the real markets. We've got down now, US 500 actually finding some weakness. Now, we discussed here before, I'll just let everyone know that's coming in. Yesterday's market action on the QQQ, technically that's a hanging man candle. Now, it's rare to see a hanging man find bullishness early in the morning session. So that's actually not cool. But if we do see weakness and you see it kind of close underneath this zone here, that will tend to lead towards a 375, all right? We're still way too early, though, to be looking at anything there. US 500 weakness here early, 45.29, 45.20 first buy pressure. Let's have a look. Over the 1 hour. Thank you very much, people that joined us through today's session. Of the big stocks, probably if you're asking that from the high conviction, I don't think it's Amazon. It's close to Amazon. But yeah, I've got most of my positions are set for 6-12 months. That would be probably the way I'd look at it. So 45.31 here, 45.20 is the support that a lot of people will be looking at. Then next up is 4,500 in the dips. Resistance, I think it's actually sitting around 45.50 as the key kind of target for a lot of people. Why? Because that level there makes a lot of logical sense, and also it's right where the futures is. So if you have a look at the US 500 and you go over here to the US 500, right around there is a very key point that I believe there'll be some resistance at. So somewhere around here will be big, and then 45.20 today will be at the first support if it does come in to that area. Eli Poloski says, I canceled Netflix 18 months ago. Their programming is not worth the price. Wow. Wid says Chewy. Let's have a look at Chewy. We did check that, and we quite Chewy calls. Oh, be careful here, sir. Let's have a look. Daily. Oh, I don't know. Chewy calls. What's the chat think? Does the chat like Chewy calls? What do you guys think? I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do at all. I'm just looking at it from a technical perspective. The chat can tell you what to do. Right on support. Marvin the Martian says AMC or GME. They're your highest conviction. Not my highest conviction. I don't really have an incredible conviction right now on any particular stock. I'm almost loving Tencent the most, and that's crazy. But yeah, I've got a few stocks I want to see breakouts on, and when all those happen, then I'll get very convinced. Yeah, Chewy, probably not the greatest stock here early. So US 100's off to a flying start, followed by Apple coming in at 155. You got Amazon at 101%, 3,500. Google, Snow, Enphase. This is a good breakout for Enphase if it can get it done. You can see here, this is it. Well, maybe one day early here on the scale. I'm looking forward to that one coming in if it does start to break through. Enphase, a very cool company. Overpriced, but whatever. What are we going to do? And all the Chinese stocks are doing well as well. Roku coming back up. We need that thing above 367. It's interesting times here, guys. It's interesting times. Let's bring up the Webull screener. Have a quick look at all the stocks. So percentage changes. We have Zoom Video out in front, 2.7% up. We've got Alibaba up 2%. We've got Apple up 1.63, really leading that tech charge there. The FANG stocks continue to outperform everything else. Nvidia up 1%. On the negative side, we have ResMed, Okta, Anthem, Union Pacific, and some others. PK Subban says SKLZ up 15%. Amazon is still beaten down for the year and high conviction for most people. Amazon is still very cheap in some ways compared to what the other stocks have done. But there are concerns here over obviously CEO and future growth and all this stuff. I think the future growth's assured through all of their ventures. I mean, they're going to smash the drug market. They're going to do incredibly well with potentially even telehealth, taking it to TDOC. There's a lot of stuff there. Steve's Trader Mus says, I love FX Evolution. Very good, man. Truly Messiah says, where's the music, Tom? It wasn't really working out for me anymore. I looked at the stats. It wasn't working. Brian Pinney says, LCID back to $17 a share. That 1540 share purchase I did starting to pay off already, lol. Yeah, but Brian, the problem is that if you buy these types of dumps, I mean, if you get in and you get out and that's it, and you're just trying to buy those dumps, it might work out for you. but having long-term plans there can be quite disappointing. T-Bone says jobs numbers disappointing for the market. Yeah, I think this week's non-farms is going to be a big one. Remember, if you're trading oil at the moment, OPEC, it's hit our resistance. Unless you get past 6,950, we don't care. Where's the buy zone for oil? Somewhere around here, 65-ish, 69.50, 65-ish. They're the key zones. So yeah, be careful with the OPEC and non-farm payrolls. Join us Friday. Look at the nasty non-farm payrolls coming in. Let's actually refresh this. 374K on the ADP non-farm employment change. This number is crap. It's always false and doesn't ever really, it never seems to be anything like this one. So we'll find out what unemployment claims are tomorrow, and then we'll get an idea of non-farm employment change. And this probably is the key catalyst. Either way, the market either booms into the sun or finds that little bit of a dip correction. Remember, no nasty bear will win this market. They will not kill the bull unless one price action occurs, in my opinion. And that opinion is the 50 exponential moving average. Unless you get underneath that, there ain't no real correction, guys. It's just a buy the dip style philosophy. Matthew Davis says Twitter breaking resistance above the long leg doji. Yeah, I like the setup there on Twitter. Yep, that's a good scale kind of thing. Long leg doji. This is one from Dave. Twitter has target 68 and kind of 72. All right, guys. Well, it's going to be a very interesting day to see what happens. We've got some markets down here early. US 30, US 500 weakness. We've got the tech stocks up fairly large, 0.35%, led by that Apple. I mean, Apple is just tanking it. End phase breaking through here early as well. Beautiful stuff. So some good trades, good early session there for a couple of percentage. People that are trading, what is it, LIC, whatever it is. That's a bit scary. Omar W says AMC and AQST. AQST. Okay. T-Bone doesn't like the unemployment numbers. And DXY getting slammed. Yeah, once that thing gets through that 50 exponential, it could be a free-for-all too on the DXY. So it's a really interesting day here today, guys. Good luck out there. Good luck trading. It looks like not all things are equal, which is usually the way. Be careful out there. Practice correct risk management. And we've seen some nice action here. I'm waiting for you, T-Doc, you nasty creature thing. Look at it. Just waiting for it to get past that 146. It almost is unbelievable to me that when I was looking at Twitter earlier this year, the tweeters, what do you think was happening here? And I'm not singling anyone out in particular, but guys, I'm sure you know what happened right here, right there on Twitter. Right there, everyone was like, this is the highest conviction stock of the next decade. I like the stock, but the price didn't make sense. PS ratio was out of control. Boom, 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 then bust. Obviously, I liked it around here. We got out before earnings, but I want it back. I want it there, right there. That's where I want it. All right. Catch everybody. See you later.